Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Fright Friday right here on Night Owl Video, my weekly horror movie review. Today I'm talking about Body Bags. John Carpenter presents Body Bags. So today we'll be talking about cast, crew, production, my thoughts on the film, where you can watch it, and all that jazz. So I hope you'll stick around. If you've been watching my channel for some time now, you know that I only ever buy movies if I find them at a store. But recently, well, since the new year, I've now ordered 2 movies off Amazon and not had credit card fraud. So, uh, because it's getting harder to find stuff that I want in the stores because my collections, I mean, this is just my VHS horror. I've got like a whole closet full of other stuff. So yeah, I'm starting to special order some stuff off Amazon, which I have to be honest, I tried online shopping twice in previous years and I had credit card fraud both times. Amazon seems to be a little less sketchy than probably some of the websites I was ordering from. So it's a good place for me to pick up some stuff that I don't have or stuff hard to find stuff. So this was one of those movies. Yeah, it was a big deal. It was a big day for me. Body Bags is a horror comedy anthology television film from 1993. It was directed by John Carpenter and Tobe Hooper. This film stars Stacy Keach, who was in Escape from LA, as well as I always think of him from the Mike Hammer TV show from the 80s. This also stars David Warner, who was in The Omen, Tron, Waxwork, lots of other stuff. Sheena Easton, who was in For Your Eyes Only, a few others, but not many, but of course probably better known as a singer. Debbie Harry, who was in Videodrome, Tales from the Dark Side, the movie, and of course also was a very famous singer from the group Blondie. This also stars Mark Hamill, who was in Star Wars, so let's be honest. That's probably what most people remember him for. I don't think it was like Slipstream or one of those movies that he was in that was so bad. He's Luke Skywalker to me. This also this also has cameos from Wes Craven and Sam Raimi, among other people. So this is an all-star cast. The synopsis for Body Bags is 3 short stories in the horror genre. The first one about a serial killer that takes place at a gas station in the middle of the night, which is quite creepy. The second about a hair transplant that goes wrong. Poor Stacy Keach. And the third about a baseball player with a, I remember, he gets an injury and then he gets like a body part swapped out, and the body part was of course from a serial killer or some deranged lunatic, and so it starts to possess poor Mark Hamill's body, and he goes a little loopy. So yeah, not that story in particular, the body part from a serial killer or something like that, kind of a common story, although probably back then that wasn't quite. I mean, I did review Body Parts a couple months ago. It was kind of similar to that. I also meant to mention this also has a cameo from Roger Corman. Yeah. The production on Body Bags, Showtime Network planned to create Body Bags as a television series similar to HBO's Tales from the Crypt. However, shortly after filming began, Showtime decided not to pursue the series. The 3 completed stories were assembled around John Carpenter's narration segment, and Body Bags became a horror anthology. So just imagine what this could have been if this was a TV series. These 3 stories are very, very good, in my opinion. Bear in mind, like Tales from the Dark Side or Tales from the Crypt, like those kind of ones, they had great episodes, but they also had some that were kind of duds. This one, the stories were really good, the acting was really good, and so they sort of did like a Tales from the Dark Side, the movie, where they had put John Carpenter, he was working in a morgue on bodies, and he was kind of like, between the stories, he was like making these sort of really funny but cheesy, like horror related jokes, like the I mean, this wasn't in it, but like kind of like the, why did they put a fence around the graveyard? Because people were dying to get in. That kind of a joke, like just these real cheesy jokes about body parts and corpses and stuff. So John Carpenter dressed up in makeup being this sort of like narrator helping you navigate through the three stories. So he was really, really funny in this movie. Um, in an interview for the book John Carpenter, The Prince of Darkness, Carpenter explained his reasoning for working on the project. Quote, "I wanted to have the experience of playing and makeup. I thought it would be fun, and it wasn't. It took hours to get me into that makeup every day. I enjoyed the stories a lot. I especially enjoyed the one with Stacy Keach, the hair story. It was quick and shot very fast, which is a good thing. It's a tune-up. It's like a little refresher course. It had things I hadn't done in a long time, and I just wanted to try them all out," unquote. So this is kind of like, for John Carpenter, this was like the quick and dirty, like probably going back to his like, Halloween days, his early stuff. Quick and dirty, shot quick, inexpensive. The makeup he put on was, I didn't think it was overly elaborate, but I guess it took a long time to put the makeup on him. But yeah, he's kind of ghoulish looking, and got the yellow like fake teeth and stuff like that. So, but yeah, this movie was great. John Carpenter also did the soundtrack with Jim Lang, who worked on the soundtracks for In the Mouth of Madness and the TV show Hey Arnold, for you 90s kids. I was too old by the time that came out to really get into it, but this was kind of like, I think probably good for John Carpenter to kind of like help him reset. I don't know. I mean, if we talk about like In the Mouth of Madness, or I don't know if that came out after this, but for him, it was kind of like going back to the old days, doing those kind of quick and dirty excerpts and filming styles and stuff like that. So, yeah, so I guess it was a good experience for him. Like I said, though, this would have been so cool if this had have actually worked into an anthology or like a series. The film currently holds a 73 on Rotten Tomatoes. Reviewing the film in Variety, Tony Scott said that, quote, "None of the three playlets breaks barriers, and the writing's perfunctory, but the productions are good, the casting interesting," unquote. So, yeah, my thoughts on this film, I really like this movie. I wouldn't say it's like incredible, but if you like horror anthology movies, if you like John Carpenter, again, you got a lot of like pretty big name actors in this film: Stacy Keach, Mark Hamill, Debbie Harry. All these people make up what I consider to be a pretty well-made film. It's fun. Like I said, John Carpenter's doing these funny jokes in between the segments, which is cool. It's cheesy, but it's good if you like that kind of stuff. It's got a cool atmosphere. The opening episode, which is the one at the gas station, if you've seen it, the mood of that was real creepy. It's just this woman attending a booth at a gas station overnight, locked in, and just all the weird, creepy people that come to the gas station having all these weird requests, and her getting locked out of the booth. But it's just the atmosphere of that episode is so creepy. The Stacy Keach one was a bit cornball, but still enjoyable. And the Mark Hamill one, where he was a professional baseball player who, again, something happens. I think it's his arm maybe or something, or his arm, I can't remember something. But he has to have some part of his body replaced, and the replacement part comes from like a deranged like serial killer or something. And so he takes on that persona of that killer or whatever, and he's like digging holes in the backyard and stuff, kind of losing his mind. And Mark Hamill does a great job. It's kind of a shame that he got, like I said at the beginning, I always think of him as Luke Skywalker. I'm sure he's done lots of other stuff, but I think he was an underutilized actor. I think he is actually a very good actor. And if you've seen him in interviews, he's quite charming and funny. But yeah, this, even on the back, it says Mark Hamill's Star Wars. But yeah, this is just a fun little anthology, horror anthology. If you like Creepshow or Tales from the Dark Side, the movie, this will probably be your jam. I don't think it's overly gory from what I remember. It definitely has some grisly stuff in it, but not over the top as far as that goes. But again, it's the acting that really, for me anyway, cements this thing, with Stacy Keach and Mark Hamill. The cameos are really fun too, just to see those folks that I mentioned earlier kind of pop up. Guest appearances from Deborah Harry, Sheena Easton. Twiggy is also in here. Dave Naughton, who was in American Werewolf in London. John Agar from Tarantula. David Warner from Time After Time. Wes Craven, Tobe Hooper, Roger Corman. It's a fright-filled night of horror, it says. So, yeah, this is a fun movie. Don't go in here expecting this to be some grisly, dark horror tale. This is just sort of, again, a great kind of popcorn movie if you're looking for some spooky tales. If you like Twilight Zone or Tales from the Dark Side or Tales from the Crypt, this is kind of like the movie version of that. So this is the Scream Factory edition from 20, what does it say on here? Oh, I can't see a year. My eyes are way too, bad for that. This is the Blu-ray DVD edition from Scream Factory. Cool. It's just the cover that's on the discs. It does have something on the inside here. Oh, it's scenes from the movie, which is kind of cool. So that gives you an idea of what to expect. There's some... Oh, it must be the eye with the Mark Hamill episode, because there's an eyeball there. So it must have been his eye that he got replaced. There's Stacy Keach with his hair transplant, which goes awry. There's the lady at the gas station. There's a cool shot of the gas station there, and that's kind of like the view that you get as a viewer. That's your perspective. There's John Carpenter, I believe, looking kind of spooky. Yeah, so this is really fun. I would highly recommend this. If you like horror comedy and stuff, this is probably your jam as well. So yeah, I couldn't find a year on this. This is the Blu-ray DVD combo pack collector's edition, I should say. This has a runtime of 95 minutes. It's from 1993. It's unrated. This is a Region A DVD Blu-ray. I really wish I could see the year on this, but it's going to bug me now. I don't see anything, but yeah, this one's still available. I got this off Amazon, so it's still available if you want to grab a copy of it. This would be a cool one to find on VHS, but probably rare to find these days. You can currently watch this for free on Tubi, Tubi, which is an app on the internet and on smart TVs. And I always sing Tubi's praises because there's so many great lost films on there. But you can currently, as far as I know, as of the recording of this video, you can watch Body Bags on Tubi. Or you can order this Blu-ray. I think I paid like $30 for this, which is a bit steep, but like I said, I'm trying to add some movies to my collection that I don't have or that are I don't see out and about. So anyway, that's my thoughts on Body Bags. What did you think of that movie? Did you like it? Did you not like it? You could leave some comments about comparing it to other horror anthologies. I would probably say I would gravitate more towards Creepshow Part 1 more than any of these ones, but Body Bags is just a fun, horror anthology made for TV movie as far as I know. Yeah, so highly recommend that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you to everybody who subscribed recently. Consider giving me the thumbs up if you like this review. Let's see, yesterday I had Star Trek The Wrath of Khan. No, that's not true. Yesterday I had RoboCop. Next week I have Star Trek The Wrath of Khan coming up. And on Cult Movie Tuesday, which was Tuesday, yeah, it's Friday now, Woodlands Dark, the folk horror anthology film, so documentary, so go check that out. I also had a thrifting haul video this week, so if you're curious, you can go check that out. And that's it for me for today, so thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I will see you at the video store or at the thrift store or just out and about somewhere. But until next time, take good care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video.